Hi everybody, it's me, Drifty Allison Sale. Um, being a college student and being a college student for 6 years, I figured I know something about college. So I figured I'll do a video on college tips. And tip one, is to plan ahead, particularly in grade wise, and particularly in grade wise because you want to get the best grades that you can in high school. I say start in middle school. Start getting the great grades. Sure, they may not look at middle school grades for colleges, but get into the habit of getting the best grades that you can in middle school. That way, by the time a high school gets there, it won't be so difficult to get good grades because you'll be already used to looking for them. Because if you slack off, it could cost you in the long run. Could cost you scholarships. Could cost you getting into the college that you want. So study, do well, start in middle school. Even if you're thinking, no, maybe in college not for me, still do your best. So you never know. Especially with today's economy, you may get out of high school and decide, maybe I should go to college, or maybe a year or two after high school decide. And if you slacked off and got poor grades, that could really affect what college you can get into. Because colleges, particularly universities, will look on your grades, point averages in high school. And so the better GPA you have and the more you get into like sports and athletics and any special activity at school, they're gonna step more views for Mr. Slacko or Mrs. Slacko who got C's and B's, C's and D's just to scrape by. So do your best. Secondly, community college is not a bad thing. So many people go to community college because they can't get in, but just or B or C or just other reasons as well. For example, some community colleges, particularly one I go to, tend to be cheaper. And if you're going for like a 2-year degree or a year diploma, what's the point of going to a university spending thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars when for a few thousand you can go to a community college and get the same degree, same diploma, and still, in the long run, it's not gonna matter what school you went to a whole lot. The pros will be looking for people who know their stuff, and it won't matter if you go to community college or not to get that 2-year degree. But also, if you go to the first 2 years and then go to the 4-year school, so you might miss out on some of the stuff, university stuff for the first 2 years. But in the long run, you'll be saving money while people who went to 4-year schools will still be paying off your loans years from now. You'll probably be done soon on, all depending on how much time you go to community college and stuff. And you could end up paying all your bills off and be done with college bills sooner if you go the first 2 years in community college than a 4-year college degree. Another tip, don't worry too much about what major you can go and go in right away. Some colleges, particularly 4 years, they don't have to decide until your end of your sophomore year. And if you give your mind on one degree as this one, you may be missing out. For example, when I first went into college, I wanted to be an LPN, but then I went to college prep and changed my mind to vet assisting, and I kept my mind open, and I ended up going through the humane officer program, which I'm going to do now. That's why I'm in my 6th year, because it's a long story. I might do that a little bit later in this video. It all depends if I have time or not. So keep your mind open. Don't just think, oh, I want to be a nurse and just extra everything else. Because you could be going to school, study classes, and then realize, well, nursing is so much more than I thought it would. And maybe I want to do something else. But don't worry about choosing one major. You can always go to at my college, liberal arts for a little while you decide. And unless you're well sure, if you're well sure, then go for it. But if you're not sure, don't be afraid. Go undecided. You're not going to college because you can't make your decision. You can always, for example, that's another thing, right? You need to go to community college first because that way you can get your degree in liberal arts and therefore get you trained right away and perhaps then use the time to explore different careers. Because by the time you get done with that first 2 years, you do need to choose a major, and I would think it'll be a well good idea because a money saver if you go in university knowing what you want to do. Any college, if you can, decide beforehand. But if not, don't worry about it. You still got some time. If you have trouble deciding careers, do some job sharing. If you can, perhaps for example, for me, I want to be a main officer, so I could really easily go, which I did, go to animal control or humane any animal shelter really, or humane side, that's what I was thinking. And volunteer. Oh, sometimes areas you can go volunteer, like if you're a CNA, or then you may not be able to do all the stuff the CNA does, but you can volunteer in a nursing home and still get that general idea how it's like. You can always, when you volunteer or job shadow, check with people who are in that field, ask them questions, find someone who's willing to do it, and you'd be surprised. What you could find out this is the best decision you can make. You could decide, and nah, maybe not, maybe something else. Then you go somewhere else. But for most college students, they change their minds plenty of times, more than once. I can't exactly remember. I think 7 times, but I think the number's wrong, but it could be less, could be more. So don't worry if you change your major, but it's easier if you stick with one. So don't like go into nursing thinking, well, maybe not nursing, maybe something else. If there was like a career decision class or a career decision seminar or something, perhaps take it, because you could end up doing one of three things. You could go through the course or the seminar and still be the same program, or you can go through the program, decide, oh, this is really for me, or do something else, or you can still go and go through the class and realize you still don't know what to want. However, you would have the tools to know how to do some more research and really know how to really think and really look at other careers. If there's any other tips you want me to talk about, or anything you're afraid of, don't feel free to PM me or comment below. I can answer future questions. I just thought I'd do that in the middle of a video. Let's see what other tips. Also, first few days of college, first few days of the term, don't be afraid to leave a little early. A lot of people's going to get lost, and a lot of people's going to be at college for the first few days. So it's going to be packed, more packed than normal, and everybody's going to be new. Well, not everybody's going to be new, but a lot of people will be new, and there's going to be all square chaos. So leave a little early for the first few days or so, until you get really used to it. And then one thing you need to do before the term starts, if you know your classrooms numbers, go take a tour, go around and find the classrooms when there's not a whole bunch of students all at once, because it's not easier sometimes when you go before the term starts. Go look around the area, know the school, get to know the area, and know what classes rooms are and stuff. And I can't think of any more tips. So I thought I might as well go back, like I said earlier, talk about why I'm in school for 6 years. Well, like I didn't go to school for the MPN, but decided to go to college prep, which helps you prepare for college firsthand. Which, by the way, if you want to, if you're not ready for you're not ready for college, or it's been years, I recommend going through at least some college prep classes. My school is a year-long program. Well, you go through college prep. It takes a year. However, the skills you learn, you have to learn how to study, you learn how to write, you learn how to read in college level, and you learn how to do other stuff, and you'll be more prepared, and you're more likely to graduate if you go through the college prep instead of just going through it in the first hand. You can skip college prep, but if you feel you need it, go for it. That's my first year. That's why my first year is college prep. And then I was going to go in for the MPN, but then I took career decisions and decided to go on for fit assisting. Took a few years to get in because the popularity is big. And then when I halfway through, I went through the internship, fell in love with the show setting, and decided to go to the main officer. So that's all I have tonight. Bye.